And part of that is using data governance to drive this business collection and insight value chain. The idea is that we want to define how we're going to govern our data. What are we going to use for data classifications? How are we going to tag and create metadata for this data, index it, make it discoverable, apply those data governance capabilities, measure and monitor, and then use it to discover so that we can actually create insights. The answer to why is my enterprise operating the way it is, how should I better distribute the data to who, can I trust the data that I have, and where does the data come from and where does it go? All of those answers are answered by our data governance structure and strategy. We need data governance as a preamble to the application of business intelligence and then data and cloud analytics in order to make all of this very, very useful. And so when we use data governance, it means that our data is rapidly deployed in a distributed way, but securely, and meeting all the privacy regulations that we expect. So we can't have this concept of cloud analytics without having at least a bit of a discussion around security and privacy. And that's what we'll talk about now. I mean, security and forensics in the cloud is important because we have this idea of a multi-tenant, highly distributed technology environment. And we really want to focus in on this idea of multi-factor identification and access control, continuous monitoring, and digital and cloud forensics. And the reason we do that is because security is an important aspect to the adoption of cloud computing. It's the #1 impediment. It's the thing people think about the most when they think about adopting cloud. And so it is now being moved as a primary consideration for the development of cloud analytics. And so, of course, when we think about privacy, we know privacy is a legal thing, whereas security is a technical thing. So when we think about privacy in the context of analytics, we should ask ourselves, is what we want to do with the data we have legal? Do we have any ethical questions about whether or not we should use this data in this manner? Do we have any responsibilities for transparency, reporting, auditing, or legal, regulatory, and jurisdictional requirements? So these are aspects associated with privacy and analytics that are important. And of course, the reason is because we have a significant amount of data that's being collected through lots and lots of things that could put privacy at risk for the people who provide it to us. These kinds of personalized profiles that are being created could have, when made transparent, have a significant impact on our ability to continue to do business. And of course, data privacy then means that we have to fuse our data governance structure with this privacy framework and ensure that we're protecting our data as well as in making sure that it's private.